So, this is my reminder from me to you that when things are looking uncertain, unknown, scary, and blacked out, to stay positive and to have this unwavering belief in self and in God, that even though you can't see what's going on right now, the outcome will be the best outcome that is for you. And a lot of the times we can't see it because we don't know, and we start to believe that no, it's good for me and I'm going to control the outcome. I'm going to make it happen the way that I want. But in the end, it doesn't work like that. And that's something that's a false belief that most humans have, is that anything that we want, we can achieve it, which is true. It is very true to an extent. But there's a limit of how things happen. We can try our best to make it happen, but ultimately the outcome is not in our control. And that is hard to accept for most people, the typical person, because we're selfish. We want to have that control, and we put these standards and expectations on ourselves to really make sure that it all aligns the way that we want it to. And I've been in this transition point the last 2 years of my life where a lot of things have been up and down. They've been changing, showing up out of nowhere. It's been good and bad. And I am so thankful for this last 2 years of just being such a growth period for me, really investing in myself and my mental health, my wellness, getting to know myself better, building the relationship that I have with myself, and really focusing on that self-love, self-growth, and self-help piece. And I think that, as we know, everything is connected. A lot of times when we're ready for new changes or upgrades in our lives, we don't realize that we need to let go of certain baggage that's already in our life right now to make space and make room for those new things to flow in. And that's why sometimes when we have these moments of uncertainty, it's actually a good thing. It's kind of the same idea of redirection, or rejection is redirection. It's the same thing, that these building blocks are not working well together because something better and bigger is aligned with you right now, is where you're supposed to be. You're not supposed to be in these smaller areas. You're not supposed to be, delayed anymore. But this delay that we're in right now feels like, oh my God, it's a delay that I shouldn't be in. But no, it's a delay that it's meant for a reason. And it all comes back to having this unwavering belief in self and your purpose, and knowing that you deserve better, and you've been focused on being better so that you're ready for what you want, those dreams and goals and visions that you have. And this is the connection that we need to constantly make and remind ourselves, so that we're able to hold ourselves strong, stay positive, and continue to better ourselves even through this transition period of unknowns. And something that I have been really trying to hone in on is things are happening for me, not to me. I have been dealing with a lot of uncertainty still to this day, and actually at a point where I feel like, okay, everything is crumbling apart, and I'm still able to have a smile on my face because I know that this is actually for the better. Like, everything that I have to go through, these trials and tribulations, these rejections, these unsuspected, unexpected changes happening, is all to teach me a greater lesson. Whether it's how to handle myself in these situations, how to control my emotions in these situations, how to not let my anger lead my, decision making and the way that I communicate with people. There's so many different ways to look at it. Ultimately, it's just about how self-aware you are and how you're able to zoom out of the current situation you're in, and then piece everything together and recognize what's going on, recognize the signs, and kind of what are the messages in these things. So that's kind of my little 2 cents of uncertainty, and how to stay positive when everything feels like it's falling apart, or everything feels like nothing and that you're losing everything. I'm honestly, even though it's scary and unknown, I'm so excited for what's on the other side, because there has to be good. There, it has to be. I know, and that comes down to my belief in self and my belief in God, and knowing that everything is happening. It's kind of happening behind the scenes. Just because I can't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. And we all need to kind of find a way to fit that belief into our lifestyle, into our subconscious. It's not something that we're doubting or we're questioning or we're trying to convince ourselves. It's something that you know and you feel it like in your bones. And that ultimately comes down to how connected you are to your intuition and to understanding like why you're here. What's the reason? All these people that you meet, all these opportunities that you come across, whether you take them or you don't take them, what is the purpose? What are the messages? And I always say that ultimately, all of these things that we come across are to help us be better and easily become that person that we want to be and that we envision ourselves. Because you've already gone through these ups and downs and uncertainties that there's no doubt in yourself anymore. You know that you're destined for greatness. You know that whatever you do with good intention, you do it with honesty and integrity, that there's only one way it can come out, and it's the right way that's meant for you, whether it's delayed or not. That patience is something that we all need to build within ourselves. We all need to, hone in on. We all need patience. We all need this discipline. And all of these little things that happen in our life is to eventually lead us to that. So if you like these type of topics, you're interested, I want to post more videos, feel free to comment below like what kind of topics you're struggling with or you would want to discuss or just have a conversation about. I also post daily on my blog. It's a self-help, self-love blog, ourgiftedglow.com. I'm going to link it down in the comments below, so feel free to check it out. Subscribe to the newsletter, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.